introduce Ndade Mushala, who is our administrator of the department, is seated here. They also joined us, and then this is Ndade Prince Masilo, who is also the Deputy Director General in the examinations. So I believe you know our panel, all of them, and you also saw me here, Maholo. Thank you. So you feel free to ask. I think we are going to take maybe 2 rounds of questions, because that side we've got parents who are coming from different areas with learners who are also supporting the children. So we don't want them to take a long time because they have to travel back home. So I see there is channel 405, there is there are many, there's Daily Sun here. So this is your chance to interact with us. Okay, we are also joined by our MEC from Finance, Meho Shaw. You are welcome also, MEC. Thank you. Going once on our first round of questions. I don't see, or I see a hand of the demon, so that side you will introduce yourself, and then houses in there. Some they call you DJs in there, but is in there from channel 405, and that's Ananias. Just a second. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are giving you this chance to ask questions. I saw the hand of the Demonso. Thank you.
Missing against all odds, special schools continue to do better. In particular, we have inherited world. But there are issues that are education related to the school that affects learners that we are of. How do you help a school like we are of to attract professional staff like therapists? For instance, I believe there are about 3 and they're supposed to have 11. What measures are in place for the department to help a school like we are of? Thank you.
Okay, I hope the MEC and the panel have noted it. So then move to Zinte.
First and foremost, MEC, congratulations on a job well done. My question would be, for the learners that didn't make it, where to from now? What programs do you have? How can they give this another chance? What do they do? How do you assist them? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, I saw the hand on this side.
Yeah, thank you, MEC. My name is Alan Messenger of Community Federal TV. MEC, congratulations. And on a lighter note, just tell us your target just to get in as an MEC. Were you targeting position 3 or position 1? and another thing, 2020 MEC, 4th Industrial Revolution. Are we seeing smart boards, tablets, anytime soon in the province?
Okay. We've got about 3 questions from 3 people. Any more questions before the MEC could respond? Okay. No, I think we can help.
Thank you, Mr. Madini. I think this is quite a favorable moment for me to have the technocrats around me, because the number of issues that have been asked relate to what they are doing on daily basis. For instance, our inclusive education therapist issue, the HOD will relate extensively on this matter, and how do we attract them to come and stay with us in the province, and what makes them also to leave us as time goes on. And I'm very much happy about that question, because that question says to us, for 2019, countrywide, number of learners who are challenged, who are disabled, have actually made it. And how best do you sustain this in your different provinces moving forward? Because you need to have all necessary resources in those schools, be it human resources and any other resource. But the HOD will be here, will actually relate to that matter. Thank you very much, Zinke, about what is next about the learners who didn't make it. What I can say, across the country, there are only 3 subjects that gave to us a problem. Mathematics is one of them, accounting is one of them.
Technical mathematics and technical physical science.
Technical physical science and technical mathematics and mathematics. So basically, those learners that may not have done it may find to it that those 3 subjects have actually trapped them. But the exam unit is here, is going to also relate to that. Mr. Ndlovu, thanks for the question. What was your target? I don't go for lesser things, because I don't go for lesser things. I aim high in most cases. I believe that Free State, even though it came number 1 and Gauteng number 2, they were shivering the way. Actually, I remember sometime last year when you deployed me in this department, I was told MEC Banyasa Lusubi called his entire team and say, hey, look here, Sesteri is back. So I think in essence he was telling them that we need to ready ourselves, because we are going to have a very tough competition. So, but though it is a competition, we really appreciate the fact that at least number of children, number of learners who are in our schools, their parents are starting to trust the system of education in the country. Registering children to a public school, it is a choice of a parent, as compared to an independent school or in any other school. So it's a choice of the parent, and we thank the parents in the Republic of South Africa that they trust us about the system of education. However, let me hand over.
Can I just add something to what the MEC is saying with regard to the question of what was your target? It is very clear that the target is position 1. And it is very clear that we came out very close to the target of position 1. If you look at the marginal differences between us, number 2, it is less than 1%, right? If you look at between us and number 1, it is less than 2%. And that lies the answer to your question.
Thank you very much, MEC. Regarding the issue of Matric special school and other special schools in the province, yes, indeed, we do have a problem of attracting and retaining specialists and therapists in our schools due to the competition that we have with the private sector out there. However, the department has improved the basic conditions of service of the specialists, more particularly of the therapists, so that we are able to attract, and not only attract but also to retain them in the system. Because without improving the basic conditions of these important people, you cannot retain them. Because we used to get them within 3 months they leave us from our special schools and even from our offices in order to support other schools that need their service. So the most important thing is that their basic conditions of service are now improved. In situations where we were employing them on temporary basis, we are now from now going forward in this division of inclusive education, appoint them on a permanent basis. Other conditions of service that are improved are with regards to what we call occupation specific dispensation, OSD, because when they are in the education sector, the OSD was in the past different from other sectors, like for example from the health sector. But because of that, the department has gone back to its drawing board together with the important chambers that are there that are regulating the education sector, and therefore those basic employment conditions will be improved, and we hope will be able to attract and also to retain the specialists, especially the therapists in our special schools. We are aware of those challenges. The problem is we get them and they go, but we are hoping that problem will be a thing of the past based on the improved basic service. The MEC in her speech also indicated that the programs that will be in place to assist those learners who did not make it in 2019. One of the programs or the policies that are there, which unfortunately one of them will be expiring the end of this year, is what we call multiple examination opportunities. The learners that had it difficult throughout 2019 were offered an opportunity to write half of the subjects at the end of the year. The remaining half, they will write in May, June examination. And between now and May, June examination, we have this program which we call Second Chance Matric program. This is a program which we use to assist these ones who will be writing the May, June examination. And not only them, any other learner out there who did not get Matric in whichever year is also afforded an opportunity to write in May, June. And then we've got these programs running in various sub-districts that we have. We've got face-to-face, tuition. We've got situations where we use not face-to-face, but we give them learning support material. We've got those that are attending in their former high school. So this Second Chance Matric program that assists them is really heavy loaded. If we have to unpack it now, I think it's gonna take a lot of time in unpacking that program. So this is one of the programs that we have put in place to assist them, not forgetting the counseling program. The fourth industrial revolution issue of the smartphone, with the purse allocated to us by the provincial government, we try our best to distribute the little that we have amongst our schools. We are not yet there, but the plans are in place that the little bit that we have, we will distribute and make sure. Some of our schools already have got these smartphones, and for the first time in this province, there are those schools that did e-examination, meaning that they did not use a pen and paper to write. They were using, their tablets to write their examination, and there was what we can call e-marking. So slowly but surely we'll be there, and our principals are here, those who are responsible for the pairs, and we hope and we'll go with our cap on head begging for more so that we offer our learner the opportunity that Gauteng has. But irrespective of that opportunity that they have in terms of tablets and what have you, they are just 0.something% before us, even if we don't have such. Thank you very much.
Sister Boss is here. She may be tempted to say something on this matter. Because there's no way that Sister Boss is going to run away from Pepe and Zoro. We want the Pepe and Zoro in our classes. She will say, 1 to 2 words, except that she's submitting this as the Department of Education. She may be having a conference about the document. Sister President.
No, thank you very much. I think we must congratulate the department, MC, the leadership, and the HOD, and the premier for not just. We are actually number one. I still believe that. And we are proud, actually. We feel restored our dignity. And I must say that as provincial treasurer, we will be engaging with the department. We've agreed with the MEC actually this morning, even last year in December. Actually, we started our conversation since last year in December. We really need to unpack how do we start to prioritize some certain areas. I think the issue of your three-stream curriculum, with provincial treasury, we are looking at that. Fourth industrial revolution is the heartbeat of our cabinet. I think Dr. Polo, he will actually take me to the corner and say, no, this we have to seriously reconsider. And these are areas that we are going to prioritize. We will work closely with the department. I think that we are moving into that space as a country, and we need to check it. But I think as EXCO will be engaging, and we definitely support the Department of Education.
Okay, thank you, Lucy. I don't know whether there is any addition. Okay. Thank you for all these detailed responses, ladies and gentlemen. This is an opportunity that we have our leadership here, even from the finance. Treasury is here. So we are very much grateful as a Department of Education today. So this is an opportunity. I know sometimes you find that people from the media, MEC, will say, no, we don't get enough chance to interact with you. So, but today, at least we've got that chance. So we are going again now for the second round, maybe to take hands during this second round, if there are questions from you. But if you are happy, I can see these percentages and the positions that we have obtained as a province. All of us are happy. Even yourself, as our stakeholders, we have been working with you throughout the year, publishing information about education, and thank you so much for that. So, I think
there's a question.
Okay, there's a hand that side, and then there's a hand this side. We can start that side. You will introduce yourself, sir.
Fourth industrial revolution. Candidate is a concern because of most of the learners never congratulations, capacity now is a challenge. Once they get to the capacity, most of the time assignments and everything to complete. Now once I can have capacity, I no longer control the computer. That means if I present a you have to learn how to use the computer. You have to start with this monitor, this similar now assignment that I mean by local patrons or now we do the memory analysis of our later for the Manabana well, the next one is the computer. If you got have a job, eventually a battery side the computer, you got a job. Number two, Panama Fasa, you can okay, I can Mara 6 million will have it or pass. But some have passed it to both by the inside the more small than half of the city, but the last community shorty, you can have to work and do it quite a issue of career guidance. Manava having to die focus on what Babaka won our capacity, but to make a metric. After metric, having to by that the result of ordinary opportunity in the shorter. Skills in the show because of now it's about blocker into one career skill. There are no issue of career guidance. issue ya computer literacy e ka thusa bana ba rona gore ga ba fetsa ka matric at least re sa bona bana ba nna mo gae ba fetse ba etsa re se le tse di apoika bo bontle ga re ke morwalo wa rona ba botlhe le rona as community we need to contribute mara at least ke ga nna se tsagalang go sekolong in the area so ba go re ka thusa.
No, rather I hope maybe the panel have noted all the questions. Okay. Yes, that will go.
Yeah, okay. Thanks once again. Yeah, MEC, this one, you not left TV at all. So this one is from one of the followers at home. And they are watching, so they ask me this. How are you going to address overcrowding in our classrooms?
Thank you. I believe the panel has all the questions. Over to you.
For the sector for 2019 to 2024, one of our priority is a 3-stream model of basic education. That on its own says we are going to rationalize our schools. When you rationalize, for instance, if there are learners at technical management, we have been doing life sciences, we have been doing economics, we have been doing any other thing that is not actually related to specialization of that school, because that school is going to be a pure technical school moving forward, whereby learners will start to write technical mathematics and many other subjects which are quite related to a technical school. Now, if in President Mamope they were 2,000, it means we are going to take them out to another school which is not overcrowded, and already that kind of situation is being unfolded. For instance, in Rustenburg, as I speak, we are having Wituko Secondary School. Last year they had 1.7 learners. Fortunately, because one of our priority is to offer an infrastructure beyond sanitation for 2019 to 2024. Now the other school is being built in Wituko, and those learners are going to relocate to that site so as to help Wituko Secondary 1 not to be overcrowded. For instance, we are opening a technical school also in Wituko, since Wituko has got a very large population. So issues of overcrowding are going to be resolved by, number one, 3-stream model of basic education, whereby we will know that HFTO is a denied school, it's a science, maths and technology school only. We don't actually take anything there. We will know that Moodville as a boarding school is an agricultural focus school. So we're going to take learners who will be introduced to agricultural science as a subject moving forward only, not any other learners. So that on its own is going to reduce the numbers in a classroom, because learners are going to specialize moving forward. Besides, we have been given a mandate to see to it that we must build an infrastructure that is quite acceptable to bring dignity to both our learners and teachers, to everybody who is in that environment. If you look into the school, you can see that everybody who's coming here every morning knocking at 2 o'clock is highly dignified, because toilets are functional, sanitation is good in the school, everything is good, the sporting fields are there, our learners can choose where to go after school, etc. So issue of overcrowding on its own is going to be resolved by a proper infrastructure and also the 3-stream model of basic education, because we're not going to to overpopulate one school with a number of learners who are not relevant to that school. If it is a technical school, we're going to offer only technical subject. We have said it, for instance, Valric is a technical school right now. They've been doing economics and accounting. Already they know that those learners must be relocated to both Vuyanima way to secondary school, because they will be doing both science and life sciences, and we leave everybody at the industrial school, because moving forward we will call our technical schools industrial schools, because when you go there, you look at the machinery, those schools are industries. That is why we believe that South Africa, through this kind of a situation that is aiming at changing the world in future, we will not be confronted by a situation of unemployment, because a learner who is coming from a technical school will be able to fix a television, because that learner will know what components are all about. And she or he can open a small shop supported by a Department of Economic Development and deal with fixing of televisions, fixing of number of things. A learner who's been at a technical school, who's been dealing with fittings, he can go to the municipality after grade 12 and start to work relevantly in a unit at the municipality which deals with fittings and everything. So on its own, this issue of overcrowding, I believe from this year, it will be reduced by the 3-stream model of basic education. But it is our responsibility to continue to build an infrastructure that is quite acceptable. Hence, I've related to Wildipon secondary schools and number of schools that we are building around in the northwest province. Over and above, in an event our schools are so overpopulated, we bring the mobile classrooms just for temporary to reduce the pressure at that stage. I think I've related to those issues in my slashes, unless I forgot something. But there is something that you have asked, which says career guidance and all of you. You know, I'm having 2 boys, Premier. I have forever shaped my children into the future. What are we doing as parents, as cousins, as brothers, as sisters? What are we doing? And I'm happy that it is not like we are leaving this matter to you only. In our own houses, let us start to shape the careers of our brothers, to shape the careers of ours. If this boy is a football player, let us start to shape him to go that route. I remember South Africa came out loudly when the minister was actually addressing issue of multiple certificating. We are not saying learners can leave school at grade 9 or at grade 4 or at grade 10. But this learner can sing. This learner can sing. Once you have given this learner that certificate, if it is out of a choice, that I'm Brenda Fassi, I want to make money, the learner can go and make money. We don't want our learners in future to focus on academic. We want to have a versatile young people in the Republic of South Africa who can even start to create jobs for themselves, who can start to be millionaires for themselves. I've seen a number of people, Somisi is a millionaire, and I wonder if Somisi to a large extent have gone academic way or what. He's a millionaire, that man. Online is a millionaire. Many more of them are millionaires, but not through the system, maybe. Casper Nyovest is filling the stadium nowadays. He's a billionaire, that a boy or a millionaire. And we are respecting him nowadays. So what we are saying, let us go back and help in our own houses and say, but I'm seeing a doctor here, I'm seeing a singer here, I'm seeing a football. We know our children. I'm seeing a football, and start to focus on that talent, to nurture that talent for our children, even the communities, to nurture that talent for that boy, for that girl, that this girl is a netball player. Let her go and focus in this. But let us push her to Matric, to write Matric, or to get a certificate and maybe exit the system at the end.
Thank you, Honorable MEC. Actually, most of the questions that are asked can be responded to by one single response. Our 3-stream model of curriculum. After grade 9, this learner can then diversify. He or she can go to a TVET and continue with the other streams, 2 streams, which is the vocational technical and or vocational occupational. So these are some of the streams that are not exploited. More often than not, the society, the citizenry look only on the academic part of the curriculum. So there are these other vocational streams that we are emphasizing, which a learner can pursue after grade 9. So most of these questions, the issue of the choice of subject will be responded to adequately by this model. Once the schools are categorized, as the MEC has said, you don't need to career guide, because when you come out of this school, which specializes in 1, 2, 3, you know exactly what to do after either grade 9 or grade 12. So once we can have orientation, it's not that it is not there, it's there, it's called life orientation. It's just that the life orientation have in it as a curriculum a number of issues that it is addressing, not only career choices, but also other social responsibilities that the learners are confronted with. So we do have that kind of an arrangement in our schools, but we appreciate, of course, your comments from the media sector. They are always helpful to us. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, MEC and the HOD. I believe maybe we have exhausted all the questions. Yes, I can see that there are no hands. So really, I should take this time to thank you for your support. We hope that you are also going to support us throughout this year, because we are reopening the schools on the 15th of January. So you are going to be with us throughout the year. So let me take this time to thank our Premier, our MECs, our HOD, Tate Mshala, our Administrator, Tate Masilo, to thank you so much. So we will adjourn our press conference.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.